You forgot the Nazi card? Yeah, I mean, dude, who could forget? Of course, they are doing denazification in Ukraine. Like, obviously. Hey, by the way, this was really fucking funny. Dennis Pashilin, the DNR, the head of DNR, okay, who kind of does look like J.D. Vance and Kyle Rittenhouse at the same time. Homie was out here fucking awarding someone a denazification medal. Okay, incredible, just incredibly ironic circumstance. Okay, hold on, fuck. Well, while I'm doing this, fuck me, shit. Let me just explain this to you, okay? Let me just explain something to you. First of all, big homie over here, okay? Big homie over here, literally giving a denazification medal to one of the dudes that was fighting alongside the separatists, okay? Who has a straight up totenkopf on his fucking shoulder patch. And the Volknut or whatever, the fucking Nordic shit that is also Nazi rune for being used by Nazis. This guy is literally getting a fucking award for his bravery for denazifying Ukraine. Also, I don't know what, for killing Azov Battalion Nazis, okay? Bro, this is like... I covered it last night, or I covered it yesterday a little bit. Yeah, denazifying, by the way. You know, just fucking doing some denazification. Motherfucker collecting badges like a Pokemon trainer? Yeah. Nazis killing Nazis was the problem getting kicked. They do it as a power play to show that they are untouchable. Look at the poisonings that happened in the UK and the substance was only found in Russia. This is literally Spider-Man pointing at Spider-Man meme. Yeah, it's just like... And people didn't understand what the fuck I was saying here when I said verified people on both sides, you know? Like making fun of that Trump-era fucking take. Okay, where this is like literally there are, there's just Nazis on both sides. And the fucking dudes who think I'm like pro-Russia literally thought I was still talking about the Azov Battalion. And got mad at me. Okay? They got fucking mad at me. And were like, one... immediately defending Nazis for some fucking weird reason. You should probably not do that. Your first goal should never be like, how can I defend the Nazis? And two, was this leaked or the Russian team media a bunch of halfwits? No, this literally was posted on the Telegram channel. Dennis Pashilin posted it himself. Okay? And not only that, but there was also people in my audience that thought I was just talking about fucking Azov. Look at the context, please. What is this commento? Protection. It sounds like the only consistent... Dude, since when has the internet hated you? I feel like there's always haters. It happens. Whatever. We're going to watch the Kyiv video, yes. Ironically, here, I mean, it's literally the exact same patch. Here, look. They're literally both wearing, on both sides of the conflict, You have homies wearing the same fucking totem cough patch, dude. Mind-boggling, okay? You got homies on the fucking Ukrainian rear guard, Ukrainian National Guard, rocking the fucking exact same patch. How crazy. I don't know where the actual time code is. I'm trying to find the timestamp. I remember, I think it was like here, around here somewhere, where he's like running away. Yeah, like right here, I think. You just get a glimpse. Well, that's one of the runes.
Longer during the day, but at night when it's cold, we swap often.
What the fuck is going on? It's Toten, not Tofum. Okay, shut up. What the fuck is happening, dude? You got very fine people on both sides of this conflict, and both of them are rocking the same fucking patch. I'm losing it. 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 I'm losing my fucking mind. Where is it? Literally the same exact fucking patch, dude. Guys, if we put our arms aside, if we cast our weapons aside, we would realize we have more similarities than we do disagreements, okay? I'm just saying. Hate to see brother fighting brother, you know? United under the one banner of dudes who would kill both of them and have historically and don't think that they're human beings as their Slav status. Anyway, hate to see infighting, shaking my head. They're just like liberals, yeah. Anyway, so that's where we're at in this conflict. Okay, let's watch the Ukrainians' perspective. How Kyiv lives under the Russians. All the speech has been in Russian, just to reconfirm the bullshit Russian narrative is the language is outlawed / taboo. No, the language is not outlawed / taboo. The Russian language laws that were implemented was like just a fucking annoying nuisance, which is why putting that, like I said, putting that in the negotiation process is actually a gimme. Like the easiest thing you agree to. Zelensky's fucking Russian speaker as well, right? I mean, Russian. Once again, walking your talking points back, moving goalposts. I'm going to attempt have him click my name. An hour off. That video was Anton Somewhere. How Kyiv lives under the Russian siege. No fuckers is doing life in Russia. Or life in Georgia. And we can watch that. What is this? I think it has to be like if you've placed like a bot or something, you get like.
No, because it also.
Look what's happening to France.
Ah, cette phrase, elle est trop drôle, sa grand-mère. It's bot protection. It means like if you place bot, you will get destroyed.
They're trying to defend.
Mais ça, c'est parce qu'ils étaient persuadés à 100 millions de %.
I have no idea what he's saying. I literally don't know what he's saying. You guys sent this to me. You guys sent this to me before, but I have no idea what the fuck's going on.
Yeah.
The problem with 100% of your media being privatized to chase clicks, distorting reality to do so, and reporting on frivolous topics. It is copium. Oh, he said it's basically copium. It is not copium. He thinks you're convinced 100% that they use bots. I don't think a lot of people. I don't think a lot of people to understand. Like, I don't even give a shit. Like, that's the other thing. Like, who cares? Even if they were, you know? Just laughing at you guys saying he's using bots. Less peak viewers than the fascist streamer, XQ Cow. What? Dude, he had 420,000, dude. XQ Cow, I think, hit a new record too, right? Yeah, he hit a new record, 294,000. My wait, what? I had 113,000 at some point? When the fuck did I have that? I probably got like rated or something. I don't even know that. Nowhere near my record, baby. Nowhere near my record. But XQC's new peak has actually destroyed my peak record, which is 227K. God damn it. Viewers or views over a period? No. Peak views. Divorced dad arc paid off. Kanye was now worth $2 billion? Wait, how? Bro, it's Rap TV. They're fucking... Wait, is this real? Your peak is 234K. I fell off, boys. I'm washed. I fell off. You got 113K the night Russia invaded? No, I got more than that. I got like 150K or something. $235K was January 6th. You started the war against France with rubies and hit 113K. Based on the current show price, I bet. I fell off, boys. I fell off. Super falling off. All right, let's look at this.
You hate Mexicans? Are you a racist? Do you hate Mexicans? The media calls us racist for wanting to build Trump's wall. They censor.
Wait, what the fuck? Why did he do that? Bro, that's literally like, that's an awesome opportunity to just like make memes around it.
Are you a racist?
Hell yeah, brother!
Mexicans?
That's right!
The media calls us racist for wanting to build Trump's wall. They censor us, but it doesn't change the truth. Joe Biden's open border is killing Ohioans, with more illegal drugs and more Democrat voters pouring into this country. This issue is personal. I nearly lost my mother to the poison coming across our border. No child should grow up an orphan.
Are you racist? Vote for me. I'm racist. And so are you. We should do racist stuff together. Vote for me and we'll do racism together, brother. That's funny though. That's JD Vance wishes he had a southern twang though, because he's like classic fucking Yale cuck. He's the biggest libtard here, you know what I mean? We're like, are you racist? That's right, Sweaty. These liberals think we're all racist. It's like, bro, shut up. Shut up. You're Peter Thiel's, blood boy, okay? Well, you're too old for it now, but you wish you had some fucking southern twang so you could at least like be like, hey, what's up? I'm a real Ohioan boy. You're not. Shut the fuck up.
I'm JD Vance, and I approve this message because whatever they call us, we will put America first. Are you?
How do you think different hog eras act differently? I mean, he is literally a JD Vance. Yeah, Biden will extend student loan pause until August 31st. Breaking news, President Biden. Dude, this is a pretty funny crawl where it's like, so technically the legal authorization is that he could literally do this indefinitely. I don't know why he keeps like putting the kids in limbo. You know what I mean? Like he should just do it outright and be like, yeah, we're not going to do it, Jack, for the next 10 years. But instead they've decided, they're like, yeah, we're just going to push it. We're going to push it back, Jack. A couple more months. Good overall. Mexican here. I agree with pulling up a border around Ohio. Oh, that's funny. Oh, that's great. He's going to hold my midterm vote hostage. I mean, dude. Low key, that's like kind of smart politically, okay? I'm going to be honest. That is like not the worst. My mom was nearly killed by a poison coming in over the border. You were born in 84. Your mom was taking perks and Opanas made in actual pharmaceutical laboratories. Maybe if you were born in 2015, you could claim this. I mean, he will never attack the fucking... He's Peter Thiel's blood boy. He's not going to fucking attack, like, pharmaceutical corporations. He's a Republicuck. My birthday, I'm pogging. Hope it gets pushed back again. Can you explain this Ohio shit to us Pepegas? What do you mean? Like making fun of Ohio. I mean, there's a lot of homies living out there. I feel bad for them, but you know, there's a lot of people who live in Ohio Oblast. I live in Ohio. My house costs $100K. I am a king here. Okay, Dave Chappelle. Ohio has a thriving HVAC community is also true. Are you racist? What a funny way to start an ad, dude. What a dumbass. Okay. GOP's war on Mickey Mouse continues. GOP's like saying Mickey Mouse rings, the LeBron James.
The moral, disgusting, evil left is attacking our children. They are child predators. And I'm not kidding you. Look at what is happening in Disney right now. Disney wants to completely take your children and they want to indoctrinate them into sexual immoral filth.
Really interesting stuff here, considering that Tennessee's doing literally that in no uncertain terms. Pedophilia and grooming, but only for straight people, is probably the wildest mainstream culture war position yet. That's right. Tennessee Republicans are advancing a bill that creates a separate privileged class of marriage for heterosexual couples, acting as a loophole to the Supreme Court's legalization of gay marriage. The bill would also legalize child marriage by eliminating age requirements. So the very same people in Tennessee that are like, yo, Disney's coming after our children, boys. I mean, they're grooming our children to be gay. Are now saying like, also it's okay when a straight man has sex with a you know, a little girl. That's okay. You know, God said it was okay. Child marriages, baby. Would a proposed Tennessee law legalize child marriage? House Bill 0233 was a GOP attempt to give legal recognition exclusively to heterosexual common law marriages. Mostly true. If implemented, House Bill 0233, Senate Bill 0526 would create a new way for the state of Tennessee to legally recognize common law marriages. But the legal text creating that record of marital contract, the common law, contains no minimum age restrictions and would thus have the effect of allowing anew the legal recognition of marriages that involve children. However, despite descriptions of the legislation as being a bill to legalize child marriage or to allow child marriage, one of its primary sponsors has clearly explained that it is not intended to have that consequence. Now, if it's an unintentional consequence, however, it is not a big deal, okay? We didn't intend it to be openly, you know. Bro, why do you always shit on the heartland of America when it historically has been one of the most leftist and radical labor-wise, more than any other area in the U.S., but has been the most destroyed by neoliberalism? I don't know, because it's funny. And also shit on Los Angeles, too. I mean, this is literally, I live in a parking lot. I live in a fucking collection of a string of different parking lots. It sucks. It's only good if you're wealthy. Okay? But the weather is fucking awesome. Ohio doesn't even have that. The left is bad. Just look at what this huge fucking corporation is doing. Yeah. Also, why do I make fun of Ohio or Heartland America? Because, you know, you guys don't have internet. That's why. I think the funniest part about this is that, like, Indiana chatters never get the smoke when they deserve it. You know what I mean? Indiana chatters are like, fuck yeah, he's constantly shitting on Iowa and Ohio. How sick. How sick is that? Finally, we're vindicated. Indiana arc might occur, okay? Tennessee rep met his young wife while in office. Just reading up about how Representative John Rose met his wife. John Williams Rose, an American politician, businessman serving in the U.S. representative of Tennessee's 6th Congressional District in 2019, a Republican. He was the commissioner of agriculture and the president of Boson Software, LLC. What the fuck? That's his daughter. The bride-elect is the daughter of Jeff and Beth Doss of Christiana and the granddaughter of Dorothy and Delton Doss of Lafayette. A native of Murfreesboro, she graduated from Eagleville High School in 2007, where she was a varsity basketball and softball player, student body vice president, and president of the Beta Club vice president. While at Tennessee Tech, she has been a School of Agricultural ambassador, students government senator, and Supreme Court justice, intramural softball player. Okay, maybe homie was really interested in female sports. Maybe the Republican interest in women's sports is actually as creepy as I have often made jokes about. Like, this dude literally was like, oh yeah, you think I don't care about intramural women's sports? Let me tell you something, okay? I have tried to creepily have sex with so many of them. $1 million set aside for FFA and 4-H of Tennessee. What the fuck? At this meeting, the governor decided for the second consecutive year to set aside $1 million for the FFA and 4-H in Tennessee. Oh my God. The governor has plans of increasing monetary support of these two agriculturally based organizations in the future. Oh yeah, he did that, all right. What is this? My hope is to see the word pedocon in a major media outlet by the end of the year. The usual path for monkey through the spread is me, JDC Medlock journalist. What happened with the midwit is right, by the way. What? Bit? What the fuck is pedocon? Not just so much younger, but she's way too young too. The difference in the age is 40 to 60. He met her 1 year after she graduated high school. I mean, dude, you were spot on the female sports thing. Yeah, literally, that is fucking the picture. No. There you go. That's all you need to see. This pic is all you need to see, baby. Scholarship she received is named after him. That's cool. Every accusation is a confession. It seems just voluntarily said yowza out loud to an empty room. Dude, dude, Republicans are straight up like, they tell you what they want, dude. They tell you. They're like, oh, it's grooming. It's grooming when you got... It's grooming when you have gay characters in a Disney movie. You're grooming our children to be gay when you should be just letting us do the grooming. Be straight. And also victims at the same time. There's family values. Yeah. Roll Tide. Bill Maher is finally attacking Fox News.
And finally, new rule, the Fox News editors who each week highlight one thing I say about the Democrats that fits their narrative and then completely ignores all the shit I say about Republicans might want to go ahead and turn the TV off right now. Because we are now only 7 months away from midterm elections that are poised to make the Republicans much more powerful. So attention must be paid to where the Republican Party is right now. You'd think, with the left going a little loony over the past few years, Republicans would have seen an opening.
I don't even want to watch this dude. I mean, who cares? He is a fucking reactionary. We already covered the Bucha killings and stuff. So let's do Matt Gaetz and the defense secretary argue over wokeism. Love that.
Secretary Austin.
Speaking of fucking grooming, allegedly, Matt Gaetz, unrelated. I don't know why I said those words together. Matt Gaetz grooming children. Completely unrelated, by the way. Just allegedly. Okay. Yeah, wokeism is destroying Free Nestor. Okay, here. Let's watch.
Why should American taxpayers fund lectures at the National Defense University that promote socialism as a strategy to combat China?
It's the National Defense University is an academic institution, and I don't know of any such lecture. But
well, that's surprising because it was widely reported. The National Defense University had Thomas Piketty come, and this was the title of his lecture, Responding to China, the Case for Global Justice and Democratic Socialism. So now that you know that they did this, would you agree that embracing socialism is not an effective strategy to combat China?
Well, I certainly don't agree with embracing socialism.
So that means...
I'm sorry. We're not going to do this. We're not going to let the guy say 4 words and still talk and then cut him off. We're just not.
I control the time, Mr. Chairman.
Yeah, but you also have to be fair to the witnesses.
No, but I got the answer I wanted. I have a follow-up. My follow-up question is if we don't embrace it, then I guess why did the National Defense University put out a statement? Again, this is funded by U.S. taxpayers, saying in this talk, Mr. Piketty will argue that the right answer lies in ending Western arrogance and promoting a new emancipatory and egalitarian horizon on a global scale, a new form of democratic and participatory, ecological, and post-colonial socialism. So why would we invite people we don't agree with to evangelize views and values that we don't share?
Damn, dude. Homie's pissed. Hey, get a better ideology then, fuckface. I'm just saying, get a better ideology. Sorry that capitalism sucks dog dick. And socialism seems super fucking sick to everybody. My bad, bro.
At the National Defense University when we should be learning strategy about how to combat our enemies and make assessments that are accurate.
And we do learn a lot about strategy and about the military and about joint force development. And so that is our focus in these institutions. I don't know what the context of this particular or content of this particular.
Motherfuckers I hate when you teach our military members things I disagree with, and then exclusively focuses on socialism being taught. So what's up, dog? Do you agree with the Nazism then? Is that what you're saying? Because they teach that too. If you're hyper-focusing on socialism being taught in schools, okay, and you have nothing to say about Nazism that is being, mentioned in lectures as well, And you're saying I disagree with this. Things that I disagree with should not be educated. Are you saying you disagree with the fucking Nazism?
Mr. Secretary, I've shared with you the context. The context wasn't better understand socialism so we can defeat it. The context wasn't learn about it so that we can offer countermeasures. The concept was that it's time for socialism. And the reason I know that's the context is because the lecture was pulled from a book written by Thomas Piketty entitled Time for Socialism. And I just can't.
Also, Piketty isn't even a fucking socialist. Like, he's a social democrat for the most part. Like, Piketty. So what the fuck? Like, he's just triggered by, like, literally a fucking social democrat?
Help but like notice.
And so your question was whether or not
I control the time.
Your question
you guys have
was
been
whether or not
blowing
we
a lot of
embrace
calls
socialism.
lately on
The
matters
answer
of
is no.
strategy, Mr. Secretary. You guys told us that Russia couldn't lose. You told us that the Taliban couldn't immediately win. And so I guess I'm wondering, what in the $773 billion that you're requesting today is going to help you make assessments that are accurate in the face of so many blown calls?
You've seen what's in our budget. You've seen how the budget matches the strategy. And so I'll let that speak for itself.
Well, I mean, I've also seen that we're
investment in
behind, Mr.
combat
Secretary.
capabilities.
We're behind in hypersonics. We failed to deter Russia. Last year,
So
China
what do you
sorties.
mean we're behind in hypersonics? How do you?
Okay, who's ahead in hypersonics?
How do you make that assessment?
I don't know.
Is it
I
a
make that
one-for-one?
assessment because
Is it a
China is
one-for-one
fielding
exchange or
hypersonic
development
weapon
of
systems,
hypersonics?
and we are still developing them. I
Are you
make that
talking about
assessment because
development of
Russia actually
capability
used
or
one.
development of-
By the way, your own people brief us that we are behind and that China is winning. Are you aware of the briefings we get on hypersonics?
I am certainly aware of briefings that we provide to Congress.
But it's not just the hypersonic. It's all over the world. It's in Taiwan, where China's last year flew more sorties than ever before. It's North Korea, on pace to shatter prior records, the number of missiles that they...
Like, dude, it's so fucking sick living in the mind of, like, a Republican. I don't even know if, like, any Republican believes this shit. But it is pretty cool to think, like, you know, man, North Korea is really lapping us in weapons tech. Like, yeah, dude, they're really the Democratic People's Republic of Korea. Fuck, man, they're so far ahead of us on the weapons tech, dude. It's crazy. Our military budget is literally fucking more than the next 10 nations combined. What the fuck more do you want? Do you think it's because they're spending all that money on fucking wokeism? Our military spending is going to teaching our soldiers, our brave, beautiful soldiers who I would suck off, but they're far too old for me, Matt Gaetz, okay? They're far too old for me to suck off. Are learning about socialism and how good socialism is instead of learning about, you know, how to use hypersonic missiles.
that they are testing. And so while everyone else in the world seems to be developing capabilities and being more strategic, we got time to embrace critical race theory at West Point, to embrace socialism at the National Defense University, to do mandatory pronoun training. Do you assess...
You know, it's again, this is...
Mandatory pronoun training. Are they, them army is failing, sir. They're teaching CRT at West Point. Oh, that's awesome. That's fucking sick.
It's the most capable, the most combat credible force in the world. It has been, and it will be so going forward.
Not if we continue down this path.
To do that.
Not if we
Listen, Secretary Austin, let me tell you something. If a soldier is calling themselves they, them while doing war crimes, I don't want it. Okay? That's offensive to me personally. I want he, him, and maybe sometimes she, her, but usually just he, him military members. Okay? None of that trans stuff either. No AFABs. Okay? You have pronoun training in the morning, private. Yeah, it's like, drop and give me 20, private. You misgendered. You misgendered your fellow officer. And that, of course, is impacting our tactical combat readiness. That's awesome. Drop and name me 20 neo pronouns. Oh, that's awesome.
Embrace socialism.
The fact that you're embarrassed by your country. By
Oh, no. I'm embarrassed by your leadership.
I'm sorry for
I am
that.
not embarrassed for my country. I wish
It's
we were
what
not
you're
losing
saying.
to China.
It's
I
what
wish
you're
we
saying.
were, you know what? That is so disgraceful that you would sit here and conflate your failures with the failures of the uniformed service members. You guys said that Russia would overrun Ukraine in 36 days. You said that the Taliban would be kept at bay for months. You totally blew those calls. And maybe we would be better at them if the National Defense University...
Yeah, that's the reason. Dude, that's awesome. I love that. That's so sick. Let them fight. Who cares? That's so sick. He's like, our tactical readiness has been overtaken by they, them pronouns, sir. That's why. It's because the Taliban, they don't concern themselves with pronouns. That's why they were able to fucking overtake Afghanistan in flip-flops in like 5 days.
actually worked a little more on strategy and a little less on wokeism.
Has it occurred to you that Russia has not overrun Ukraine because of what we've done and our allies have done?
But that was baked into your flawed assessment. That was baked into your flawed assessment. And so I saw that the Obama administration tried to destroy our military by starving it of resources, and it seems
the Obama administration tried to starve our military of its resources is fucking awesome too. Fuck it, dude. Just make the whole country the military budget. You know what I mean? Fuck it. Everyone is now forcibly conscripted into the U.S. military, okay? Fuck it. YOLO, you know? That's maybe that way we'll get some like social safety nets, you know? Potentially. Probably not, though. Afghanistan was infected with wokeism from the U.S. troops. That's why they lost to the Taliban. Yeah.
the Biden administration is trying to destroy our military by force-feeding it wokeism. I yield back.
Oh my God. I have a headache from that, dude. What a psychotic, insane take. Okay. There's a couple of things that we're going to talk about. Okay. First of all, talk about unions and CEOs on our daily endeavor to just our daily broadcast, billionaires who love unions takes. Starbucks CEO Howard Schultz is sweating as unionization efforts run rampant throughout his once wonderful corporation. Starbucks, that is. Let's see what he had to say about unionization efforts. Let's hear
Now, here's where it gets a little sensitive, because I've been coached a little bit, but I do want to talk about something pretty serious. We can't ignore what is happening in the country as it relates to companies throughout the country being assaulted in many ways by the threat of unionization.
Companies are under assault by the threat of unionization. Guys, when I think of collective bargaining agreements, better benefits, higher pay, and the like, I think of assault, okay? I think of death, destruction. I mean, that's it. That's what it is. Like, for the profit margins of a mega corporation, they are correct. How will we survive these horrific war crimes being done against our wonderful mega corporations. How? I ask. Why is the International Criminal Court not holding these fucking union organizers and these, oh, dare I say, I don't even want to say it. Oh, these people who are assaulting our corporations. Salt? Assault? Same word, pretty much. I just put an A in front of it. Yeah. Messed up, dude. We need to do something about it. Do you see New York City doormen are going to go on strike? What the fuck? They have a union? I didn't even know that. That's sick. Good for them. Fuck yeah. Unionization is this Afghanistan? Yeah. Don't talk to me about Afghanistan. Unionization is my Afghanistan. That's HRC's choice of Secretary of Labor Schultz to you. Mike Allen reports HRC cabinet was ready by Alex. Highlights State Podesta, Treasury Sheryl Sandberg, and Labor with Howard Schultz. That's awesome. The guy who said... Also, HHS Neera Tanden. Ew, yuck. Don't talk to me about Afghanistan when you haven't been to Buffalo's Starbucks. Yeah. The union busing org that Amazon hired in New Jersey used to employ Jen Psaki. Yeah, I know. But that's what I call a Psaki bomb, baby. EPA, likely an African American and/or at education. That's sick. That's goes to show how little they give a fuck about the EPA. They're like, yeah, whatever, just do a fucking diversity hire for that one. Okay, who cares? Like, they didn't even give it the decency of like having a fucking, they didn't even name a black, like, pro-corporate EPA head. Okay, they were just like, black person, fuck it, YOLO, who cares? Which, of course, by the way, translates to Joseph Robinette Biden, who also used the EPA position, which we all thought was going to be, actually a person with like decent background too, an indigenous person. But once again, the EPA is a gutted institution that is very much firmly planted in the fucking revolving door jobs program that hires directly from corporate cucks. But they basically had, they had Deb Haaland. Howard Schultz just unveiled his big plan to win back unionizing Starbucks workers. We are going to be in the NFT business. Oh, fuck yeah. Dude, what happens to people when they make like, I guess it's like when you make a lot of money. When you make a lot of money, you just are completely brain broken. Like you just have no understanding. You have absolutely no fucking understanding of how, like, the average fucking workers in your employ feel. Like, how they feel, how they operate, how they think. Like, it's all fucking gone out the door. You know what I mean? It's so strange. One sees a lot of Ukrainians willing to fight and die for their country. How would America do there? And what would you do for America or Turkey if that's more relevant? I don't know. It's just entirely dependent on why the war is being waged. I said this before. There are things that I would fight for, but they're not many. Are you describing yourself, Hasan? Yes. I mean, it's something I battle with too. More importantly than anything else, I'm never around human beings because I'm always here. I'm always on the internet. So it is definitely something I check myself against regularly. Make sure that I'm not like, you know, super fucking out of touch. I'm sure people will love to hear me say this so they can clip it and then be like, look at this fucking idiot. But it's a moment of honesty, you know? I think it happens to everyone.
Okay, let me give you another tidbit. I shouldn't say this, but what the okay. I'm not a digital native, obviously. Raise your hand if you're a digital native. That's not a very strong hand.
Oh my God, there's like 3 people in that room, dude. That's awesome. Yes, equipment innovation. Go equipment developing team. Bro, no one is writing this, okay? I'm sorry. I don't believe in a single fucking... I don't believe in the reality of like anyone being like, yay, there are managers on the call that want them now. Go equipment developing team. Like, shut the fuck up, dude.
Who's a digital native? No one? Adam Brotman's a digital native. Okay. How many people have followed what has been happening with NFTs? Wow.
I work at a big corp and it totally is like this. Maybe it's because my experience only revolves around like, you know, a startup that, you know, where you could voice your disdain way more openly. I just don't understand how the fuck anyone could sit there and be like, yeah, I love this.
How many people have participated in investing in NFTs? How have you done? Okay for now. Okay. So if you look at, I've tried to be a student with all this, not being a digital native. If you look at the companies, the brands, the celebrities, the influencers that are trying to create a digital NFT platform and business, I can't find one of them that has the treasure trove of assets that Starbucks has, from collectibles to the entire heritage of the company. So, here's the secret. Sometime before the end of this calendar year, we are going to be in the NFT business.
Working for your own family startup is wildly different culture from a corporation. Yeah, no, you're repeating. You're doing that thing where you're repeating what I just said, but saying it like with spice. I was like, yeah, that's why. That's a blind spot. I recognize. And in the process of me recognizing it, you heard me say it and then typed this exact same thing in the chat and then pressed enter. Very interesting thing that people do.
Okay?
Another failed Logan Paul project coming up. Liquid Marketplace. You can now own a piece of the rarest collectibles in the world by fractionalizing expensive assets. We've essentially made it possible for anyone to own anything. Oh, I don't want to even see it, dude. It's just like so dumb, dude. Look, at least some of these motherfuckers are making money. Like Logan Paul is going to make money off of it, right? But like, how have people not realized that like every single one of these fucking rug pulls ends up getting obliterated like immediately after? and people lose money. Like, what do you think? Why do you think this time it's going to be different? Why? Like, what guides people into believing that this time it will be different? Do you own any NFTs? Please disclose. No, dude, I don't have any fucking crypto. Okay. Oh shit. Let's talk about Amazon. Leaked. The new Amazon worker chat app would ban words like union, restrooms, pay raise, and plantation. Also grievance, slave labor, this is dumb, living wage, diversity, vaccine, and others. Amazon will block and flag employee posts on planned internal messaging app that contains keywords pertaining to labor unions. According to the internal company documents reviewed by The Intercept, an automatic word monitor would also block a variety of terms that could represent potential critiques of Amazon's working conditions like slave labor, prison, and plantation, as well as restrooms. Yeah, what's up? Hey, sorry guys, I was away shitting in the... I was pooping in the... I had to get up to take a piss in the... So stupid. Our teams are always thinking about new ways to help employees engage with others, said Amazon spokesperson Barbara M. Agrayet. This particular program has not been approved yet and may change significantly or never even launch at all. I was pissing in the R word. In November 2021, Amazon convened a high-level meeting in which top executives discussed plans to create an internal social media program that would let employees recognize coworkers' performance with posts called shout-outs, according to a source of direct knowledge. Holy shit, dude. This is so dystopian. We are living in the dystopian future that we've talked about with like neo-feudalism. What the fuck? The major goal of the program, Amazon's head of worldwide consumer business, Dave Clark, said, was to reduce employee attrition by fostering happiness among workers. First of all, they don't care about employee attrition. They quite literally have built their entire business practices around high rates of turnover. Like, so that there's no unionization efforts ever to be had. Like, the whole purpose is like literally reducing you into the fucking ground. You're nothing, okay? You are you are going to be ground into fucking nothing but dust. And then hopefully you won't be around for long enough to be like, yo, this shit's kind of fucked up. We should do something about this, right? Also, this itself would probably increase attrition regardless. But company officials also warned of what they call the dark side of social media and decided to actively monitor posts in order to ensure a positive community. The dark side of social media. Yeah, like, I don't know, collective bargaining efforts, unionization efforts. Clark suggested the program should resemble an online dating app like Bumble, which allows individuals to engage one-on-one rather than a more forum-like platform like Facebook. What? Following the meeting, what the fuck? Yo, that's creepy as fuck, dude. Following the meeting, an auto bad word monitor was devised, constituting a blacklist that would flag and automatically block employees from sending a message that contains any profane or inappropriate words. In addition to profanities, however, the terms include many relevant or organized labor, including union. Yeah, I mean, yeah. exactly. That's a profane word. That's inappropriate. Grievance, pay raise, compensation. Other banned keywords include terms like ethics, unfair, slave, master, freedom, diversity, injustice, and fairness. Even some phrases like "this is concerning" will be banned. With free text, we risk people writing shoutouts that generate negative sentiments among the viewers and the receivers. The document summarizing the program states, we want to lean towards being restrictive on the content that can be posted to prevent a negative associate experience, like contracts or grievances. That's awesome. It literally fucking feels like this is... I'm not even kidding. It literally feels like this is like a Onion article. This is concerning, rude, I don't care, harassment, bullying, pay raise. Vaccine. Senior ops, living wage, representation, unfair, favoritism, rate, time off task. So when there's when there's a fire, what do? Hey guys, there's a in the warehouse. The distribution facility is on. What? What is it on? The distribution facility is on. It's very hot. It's super hot. It's getting hotter by the second. You know, like red and yellow. I'm on. Holy shit, this is my last message. I'm on. I'm on F word. The R word is on F word. There's a F word in the R word. Someone called the F word department. Someone bring the F word fighters in here, dude. Oh, Jesus. Okay. This might not even launch. This is so stupid that it probably won't. I can promise you that Amazon banning these words, phrases from the company chat app just radicalized a bunch of workers who were on the fence about needing a union Lamau. This is fucking fun and cool, but like this is not an app that's available yet, and they haven't even done this yet. But of course, it's got 20,000 retweets. Anyway. The bathroom loophole. The baño es en fuego to avoid the boss. New Ostenox meme? What is this?
Are you a racist? Do you hate Mexicans?
Yes. How could I not be?
I'm JD Vance, and I approve this message because whatever they call us, we will put America first.
That's awesome. Good job. Censoring has already begun. Guys, I'm stuck in the WeWork lift. Hi, guys. Is a gendered pronoun. We recommend alternatives like folks, all, everyone, y'all, team, crew, etc. We appreciate your help in building an inclusive workplace at Head Out. Folks, I'm stuck in the WeWork lift. Oh, that's awesome. Whiteness finally makes sense. A guide to whiteness in Europe. White, too Asian to be white, too oppressed to be white. Cuisine too good to be white. Didn't commit enough war crimes to be white. Too oppressed, cuisine too good. Too oppressed, not enough war crimes. Too Asian plus cuisine too good. Oh, nice. Turkey got a fucking shout out there. Except the French cuisine is pretty good. Get those snails in my bed. You guys don't, dude, what do you think? Like, dude, are you serious? French cuisine is just butter and garlic. What the fuck? You're crazy. Like, French cuisine is fucking fire. What do you mean? Historically and also just in general. I will defend French cuisine, like 100%. They are probably holding up the rest of Europe. Like, they're literally carrying, obviously, like I said, Italy doesn't count, Spain doesn't count. Portugal, I've never had like Portuguese food, so I can't speak on that. But French cuisine, out of all of those like white nations, and I've been to almost all of them, except for Belgium, which is not a country, right? Out of all of those white nations, I've been to all of them, like I said, except for Belgium, because it's not a country. I can tell you with 100% certainty that like French cuisine carries those white countries. Bro, Germany? Come on, dude. German food is... You just got fucking... Come on, dude. You have schnitzel and that's it, okay? Oh, we have the bratwurst. Yeah, it's very good. It's very good, yeah. Okay, bro. Listen, motherfuckers. UK and German food are literally just colonies or immigrants, okay? That's it. Like, German food is dank because it's Turkish, and UK has dank food because Indian. And other colonies, too. Straight up. No, Italy is established as like a good country with like incredible cuisine. That's why I'm not even talking about it. Like Italy, Spain doesn't need to be discussed at all. It's fucking dank. It's delicious. Are you kidding me? So basically you're straw manning? Wait, what? Turkish food is only good because it's stole from the Greeks? Yeah, totally, dude, yeah. Greeks certainly loved all the milk that is like historically Turkic. Like all the yogurt and shit. I'm getting slightly annoyed and take a little offense. It's just not true. There's so much more than schnitzel and bratwurst. Dude, it's okay you're trying to appeal to the Frenchies that followed over the last 2 days. That dropped the act is fine. I've always had this position. I've talked about French food being OP because it's like just it's cheating. The Greeks have tzatziki. It's cacık, and also it's not a Greek invention. It's a Turkish invention, 100%. Brother, Turks are historically nomadic, and therefore yogurt is literally a profoundly important part of Turkish cuisine because of how much they use like horse milk and milk in general like that. All Turkish food have a boatload of yogurt and milk in it, involved in it, in the making of it, including, but not limited to, what you think is Greek yogurt. Irony, of course. The irony, of course, is that the fucking main Greek yogurt creator is literally Turkish. The guy who makes Greek yogurt in America is Turkish. I'm not even... Just look it up. My Turkish flatmate fucking loves yogurt. She puts salt on it. It freaks me out. It's dank. Yogurt is supposed to be consumed with salt and garlic. Yet he still calls it Greek. Yeah, they say, yeah, Chobani. Yes, Chobani. Yeah. The guy who made Chobani is Turkish, but they literally are using Greek words and saying it's Greek yogurt to sell it to Americans. No American's going to be like, oh yeah, let's eat this fucking Muslim invention. And Albanians freaking love yogurt on everything, especially rice, for obvious reasons, okay? That's why they're fucking Muslim, too. All of those countries in the Balkans that eat a fuckload of yogurt and have a lot of yogurt in their cuisine come from being dominated by the Ottoman Empire. Greek-style tzatziki sauce is commonly served as a meze to be eaten with bread, eggplant, or zucchini. Tzatziki is made of strained yogurt, usually from sheep or goat milk, mixed with cucumbers, garlic, salt, olive oil. So good. Some variations are made with cattails or purslane. Purslane is called glistrida in Greek. It may be called glistrida mi yaourti, meaning purslane and yogurt salad rather than tzatziki. One simple recipe calls purslane. Turkish cacık is made by combining a bit of water and yogurt in a deep bowl together. Tarator is another one too. It's dank as fuck. I love çılbır. Çılbır. Oh my god. Oh my god. Go up, read the etymology. The word tzatziki appeared in English around the mid-20th century as a loan word from modern Greek, which in turn comes from the Turkish word cacık. The root is likely related to several words in Western Asian languages. Persian, zha, or however you say that, refers to the various herbs used for cooking and may be related to an Armenian word, cacık. According to Sevan Nishanyan, the Armenian word may itself come from Turkish or Kurdish, Evliya Çelebi's 17th century travelogue, Seyahatname, just literally means travelogue, by the way, defined cacık as a kind of herb that is added to food. The modern sense is documented as early as 1876 as a herb salad with yogurt. The form tarator, found in languages in the Balkans, or to the Levant, appears to be of Slavic origin coming from Bulgaria. Fucking awesome. Tarator is dank as fuck, too. Amına koyayım, her ay bir tane yoğurt vakası oluyor, hala anlamadılar. I mean, also, Swedish meatballs are literally Turkish. Straight up. Don't test me on this. Swedish meatballs are literally a Turkish invention. That's 100% true. We have dumplings cooked in a yogurt stew called shish barak in Lebanon. Meatball type recipes. Early recipes include some of the earliest known Persian cookbooks. A lie. Generally feature some sort of lamb. Bro, Persians trying to fucking take credit for this. This is bullshit. Turkish. This method is taken to the West and is referred to as gilding. Many regional variations exist. Unusually large köfte, Tabrizi from Iran's northwestern region, having an average diameter of 20 centimeters. It's just a lie. Don't read the British line. In Britain, F words are a type of spicy. Yo, that's crazy, dude. That's crazy. In Sweden, meatballs are called köttbullar, literally means meat buns. They come in a few different types, all typically small. Wait, are they going to say that the Turks gave it to them or what? Yeah, see? In 2018, Sweden's official national Twitter account claimed the Swedish meatballs are based on a Turkish recipe, and King Charles used food as a way to help boost the relationship between the two countries. However, a food and culture expert at Stockholm University claimed that there was no evidence behind this and that the meatballs originated in France or Italy instead. Typical white supremacist piece of shit at the Stockholm University. Literally fucking lying. Like, just absolutely just doesn't want to give it to the Turks. And is like willing to at least be like, all right, maybe we got it from Italy. Those aren't white enough either. But like, we'll concede to fucking the Italians. Imagine lying about this, dude. What the fuck? Yeah, Chilbut is dank as fuck.
Hello, this is Shaft.
It's so gross for non-Turks, though.
Dishes.com with Turkish eggs. That's right. I am never surprised when I come across a new way to use a certain ingredient. Unless that ingredient is eggs. In which case, I am totally shocked. Since at my age, I figured I've seen and done it all.
Yeah.
Without seeing this, there is no way I would have thought to pair yogurt, poached eggs, and a spicy red pepper butter. I mean, it just seems so bizarre. And it is. But it's also extremely delicious, and maybe my new favorite breakfast. So with that, let's go ahead and get started with our yogurt.
It's not even a breakfast, bro. What the fuck? I've never had chilbur for breakfast. When the fuck do people eat chilbur for breakfast? You guys want to know, all the Turks during Ramadan, you know what I fucking miss the most? From not living in Turkey during Ramadan is the fucking, not chilbur, obviously. Chilbur is great, but eggs don't equal breakfast. Chilbur is not a breakfast food. I miss güllaç and pide too, but güllaç. Ramazan pidesi and güllaç, the best. This shit. Oh my god, dude. Oh my fucking god, this shit. I don't know how to describe it. It's so good. I hate like the little fucking nar. obviously on it. A4 kağıdı plus süt. Siktir lan. Islak peçete. It's so fucking good. Literally ıslak peçete. Ya bir gün sen de olmadığı zaman gösteririm sana ıslak peçeteyi. Kaç senedir yemedim güllaç. Göt. Islak peçete diyor. Sus lan. Yeah, but you buy these sheets and it's milk, sugar, and you can put pomegranate on it and you put pistachios or walnuts. I love walnuts and I love the pistachio ones and the walnut ones. Oh. So fucking good. Bildiğin A4 amına koyayım. Ulan belki size A4 kağıdı satıyorlar amına koyayım daha ucuz diye. Döneri Alman yapımı diyorlar. Ya kimsenin Alman zannettiği yok döneri. Please look at r/place. I am a small community and we are getting attacked. P.S. We're not a flag. Good one, Striker6. Anyway, okay, we're done with the Turkish food cultural lessons hour, okay? I don't know how the fuck we got locked into this. Black Lives Matter secretly bought a $6 million house. Allies and critics alike question where the organization's money is gone. This was something that people wanted me to cover, okay? This was an issue that people wanted me to cover desperately. Okay? Because for obvious reasons, and I've had it open for like beginning of today's broadcast, okay? Now, the reason why people wanted me to cover this is because they were like, oh, you bought a house and you're, I guess people think I'm an activist organization dedicated to like, you know, bailing out like people that were arrested during Black Lives Matter protests or any of that shit. I'm not. But the BLM organization is definitely very vicious. Activating these bitches, yeah, I don't know, sorry. On a sunny day, late spring, 3 leaders of the BLM movement, Patrice Cullors, Alicia Garza, and Melina Abdullah, sat around a table in a patio on an expensive Southern California. The women were recording a YouTube video that marked the first anniversary of George Floyd's murder, and they discussed their racial justice work and the difficulties they face over the years. For me, the hardest moments have been the right-wing media machine just leveraging literally all of its weight against me, against our movement, against the BLM organization, Cullors said. I'm some weeks out now from a lot of the noise, so I have more perspective, right? While I was in it, I was in the survival mode. She was referring to the 2021 April article in New York Post that revealed her purchase of 4 homes for nearly $3 million. What the fuck? The disclosures have contributed to the idea that there's a disturbing gap between the fortunes of the movement's most visible figures and on-the-ground activists across the country. Okay. Cullors resigned as an executive director of BLM Global Network Foundation within a few days of the patio chat. Y'all don't know shit about what it takes to live in a box here. None of the women acknowledge the house behind them. It's far from a box. With more than 6,500 square feet, more than half a dozen bedrooms and bathrooms, several fireplaces, a soundstage, a pool, and a bungalow, and parking for more than 20 cars, according to real estate listings. The California property was purchased for nearly $6 million in cash in October 2020, with money that had been donated to BLM GNF. Transaction has not been previously reported, and Black Lives Matter's leadership had hoped to keep the house's existence a secret. Documents and emails and other communications I've seen about the luxury property's purchase damn, they got half your house? No, a third. Bro, people fucking yelling at me for buying a house and then conflating it to this shit is fucking hilarious. On March 30th, I asked the organization questions about the house, which is known as the campus. Afterwards, leaders circulated an internal strategy memo with possible responses ranging from "can we kill the story" to "our angle needs to be to deflate the ownership of the property." Memo includes bullet points explaining that campus is a part of cultural arm of the org, potentially as an influencer house where abolition plus base content is produced by artists and creatives. Another bullet is headed, accounting 990 modifications in reason part. Need to first make sure it's legally okay to use as we plan to use it. Yo! The memo also describes the property as a safe house where leaders whose safety has been threatened. Two notions that the house is simultaneously a confidential refuge and a place for broadcasting to the widest possible audience are somewhat in tension. Memo notes, holes in security story. Use in public YouTube videos. Aren't the actual or the leaders of BLM, which is sussy as fuck, aren't they like already rich or some shit as well? In an email statement on April 1st, Shalomia Bowers, a board member, said that the organization bought campus with the intention for it to serve as housing and studio space for recipients of the Black Joy Creators Fellowship. The fellowship, which provides recording resources and dedicated space for Black creators who launch their content online and in real life, focused on abolition, healing justice, urban agriculture, and food justice, pop culture, activism, and politics, was announced in the following morning. Bowers also said in a statement that BLM-GNF had always planned to disclose the house in legal filings this May, that it does not serve as anyone's personal residence, and that purchasing the property via private LLCs is customary in real estate as a way of protecting assets from litigation and liability. I mean, that part is true. The statement did not address why, if the house was primarily intended to be a creative space, relatively little content has been produced there over the course of the 17 months. Even if everything about the house is above board, the general air of secrecy is out of step with the transparency that is expected of charitable tax-exempt organizations. They're just bad people. How does any of this mean that Black lives don't matter? No. I think this is a bunch of grifters who banked on a popular movement, and used it as an opportunity to fundraise and then fucking fund their lifestyle or some shit. It has nothing to do with Black Lives Matter or anything like that. Which, of course, ironically, is what fucking these neoliberal brain-rotted idiots and also Republicans say about me. But, of course, the main difference is no one is giving me money for a 501c3. At no point have I been like, thank you for your charitable donation to the HasanAbi 501c3 contribution. And of course, all of you know that when you're in here. And you understand that. Not at all. Won't help anything. What? Sounds like they were building a safe house shelter for activists. Houses are expensive. You said that yourself. Get the fuck out of here, bro. They weren't building a safe house shelter for activists, dude. Come on. Come on, brother. And BLM as an institution, the BLM, the organization, is like entirely separate from the on-the-ground activists. Because, you know, some of those actual activists are dead now. They died under suspicious circumstances. A bunch of them in Ferguson, for example. Like a bunch of them. All died under incredibly suspicious circumstances. .501c, I'm a Zoomer. Please explain in football terms. 501c3 is a charitable institution, is a charity. They're tax exempt. They're nonprofits. I don't know why people try to defend this shit law. Way more politically advantageous to call it what it is and cut ties. Yeah. You don't even get to use your money or drive your car or go to lavish trips because you're always on the computer, Lamau. You don't even drink or use drugs. People are fucking dumb. Yeah, ironically, if I was like, you know, if I was a nice little grifter, I would just not be spending all my fucking time. I would literally just not be doing agitprop all day. I would just fucking, you know, have fun. Anyway. Even after everything about the house is above board, the general air of secrecy is out of step with the transparency that is expected. The size of the acquisition could expose the group to criticism. Very legitimate critique, says Jacob Harold, a former CEO of GuideStar and the co-founder of Candid, an information service that reports on nonprofits. If it's not a critique that says what you're doing is illegal or even unethical, it might just be unstrategic. Why aren't you spending it on policy, you know, other strategies that an organization might take to address the core issues around Black Lives Matter? Because, like I've always said, 501c3s under a capitalist organization of the economy oftentimes become liberal capitalist outlets for whoever has actually created the 501c3, and very little of that money is actually used towards the humanitarian efforts that the 501c3 was designated or intended to defeat or combat or whatever. Okay? That's one. And then also the other side of that is that there's obviously a lot of issues with the other side with mutual aid as well. Not that mutual aid is bad or anything like that. But, you know, mutual aid is also even less accountable than the 501c3s because there's no paperwork that needs to be conducted or done or disclosed. So you don't even know who the fuck you're giving money to half the time. Which is why when I work with mutual aids, I oftentimes work with other community organizers that direct me towards specific mutual aids, and I'm not just like giving it to, you know, I'm not giving it to some random fucking grifter dude. Okay? Why are you shitting on BLM now? I have before. This is not the first time. Black Lives Matter as an organization is, in my opinion, completely separate from Black Lives Matter as a movement. And it has been for a very long time. And it's not even just this. I've been talking about this for a long ass time. I've criticized them before too. Don't 501c3s get audited by the IRS? They do. Anyone claiming to be the leader of the BLM is the first red flag. We've talked about this so much. Yeah, BLM is a decentralized movement for the most part. Why are whiteys so defensive about BLM? Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it could be a black person. Don't immediately assume that that person is white. I run a mutual aid group and I'm working on a 501c3 for, it is hard being as political as we are. Yeah, I mean, one of the mutual aids that I've given money to in the past, the K-Town one specifically, is now a 501c3 actually. Some of the mutual aids will, once they gain a level of legitimacy, will turn into 501c3s specifically so they can become, one, tax exempt, but also will literally fucking, you know, have operational transparency. Anyway, George Floyd's death triggered an outpouring of contributions to BLM-GNF. In October, they raised an infusion of $65.5 million from his fiscal sponsor, an intermediary commonly used by fledgling nonprofits to process donations. 2 weeks later, a man named Diane Pascal purchased a 7-bedroom house that would become known as Campus. According to California business registration documents, Pascal is the financial manager for Janaya and Patrice Consulting, an LLC run by the Killers and her spouse, Janaya Khan. Pascal is the chief financial officer for Trap Heals, a nonprofit led by Damon Turner, the father of Killer's only child. Within a week, Pascal transferred ownership of the house to an LLC established in Delaware by the law firm Perkins Coie. The maneuver ensured that the ultimate identity of the property's new owner was not disclosed to the public. After the transfer, BLM leaders began using the house in various ways, including as a set for recording videos and staying overnight when they didn't feel safe at their own homes. The property's upkeep, cleaning, pool maintenance, security has been handled by a loose mixture of people working for BLM GNF, Janaya and Patrice Consulting, Bowers Consulting Firm, and other entities. What is this? Bowers, who serves as BLM GNF's deputy executive director, has in the past overseen payments to Trap Heals from entities that Killers leads, including an $86,000 fee from a nonprofit called Reform LA Jails and nearly $150,000 fee from Black Lives Matter Political Action Committee. On the secure messaging platform Signal, in a text chat named BLM Security Hub, around 2,000 participants from BLM GNF, Bowers Consulting, Janaya and Patrice Consulting, and various other organizations and companies commingle. Jesus Christ, dude. This is so confusing. There's so much going on here. Paul Killers, Patrice's brother, whose title is the head of physical security, updated the group on the situation. Earlier entries in the Signal chat showed him performing the same role for properties Killers purchased with their own funds, which she had said came from book and media deals. Other internal records indicate that Killers' mother was approved for a cleaning job at campus, and that Killers' sister signed the same kind of NDA as other employees on the property. Use the campus house in ways that are probably not in line with what BLM donors intended for their dollars. Yeah, no shit. Back in April 2021, Killers uploaded a video from to her personal YouTube channel titled, "I Tried Baking a Family Recipe for the First Time, Intense," the first in an intended series called Patrice Tries, in which she would attempt unfamiliar tasks. In the nearly 13-minute clip, she prepares a peach cobbler. Okay, here's what it is. Okay, are you ready for this? I'm going to use terms that you understand, okay? What I do is literally what they're trying to do, but successfully from the other side. I do agitated propaganda, but I also do like entertainment, lifestyle, shit like that. I make the money by doing entertaining content that is educational sometimes, okay? They, on the other hand, made the money originally by fucking fundraising for a charitable donation, a charitable contribution to Black Lives Matter. Okay? And now they're using that as a launching pad for our own individual brands and maybe potentially, some agitated propaganda in the future, but they haven't. Okay? They took donations to try and launch their influencer careers. Yes. That's the difference. I'm an entertainer who also happens to have a political point of view. Whereas these guys created a 501c3, raised a bunch of money, and used it in ways that I'm certain all those people that fucking gave money to the organization would not appreciate. That's the difference. But such is the nature of 501c3s. A lot of the 501c3s that you donate to will have operational costs that suck up a big chunk of the funding. And said operational costs will go to things like this, or fat salaries for competitive CEOs that would otherwise be getting that kind of money in the private sector. Other videos from Killer's personal YouTube channel also appear to match images of the house interior shown. They acted both as the head of BLMGNF and cultivated a lucrative public profile at the same time. When she quit the organization, she said it was to focus on media deals. She'd signed a book with the publisher Warner Bros. A lawyer for killers declined to comment on the record. Nonprofit experts say that any apparent intermingling of resources among BLMGNF, killers, and outside entities might jeopardize the charity's tax-exempt status. Lloyd Hitoshi Mayer, a professor at the University of Notre Dame Law School who specializes in nonprofits, said the details of the house's management deserve closer scrutiny. There are problems with the group's tax filings. There could be civil and criminal liabilities for the people and organizations involved. He said that investigations by state and federal agencies could be warranted. They're all indicators that the money may not be going where it's supposed to be going. Other conversations on the BLM Security Hub chat show efforts to monitor social media or negative mentions of BLMGNF, with members using their influence on the platforms to have such remarks removed. Currently not possible to share the post article on the killer's home purchase on Facebook because the site's parent company, Meta, has labeled the content abusive. Bro, where the fuck was my fucking million articles on Fox News and Breitbart and all those other places? Willem can't look bad, or you do, but it's been about what? I don't give a fuck. The Black Lives Matter movement is legitimate. Their goals are just. And they are completely separate from the Black Lives Matter Foundation. Always has been. Is there some kind of double standard with this, though? Do we have these same articles about pro-life charity owners, whoever led the donations for the trucker convoy? Why shouldn't this person be acting as an executive in this massive org live comfortably? How big of a house do they deserve, chat? I mean, dude, if you're going to excuse charity fraud because, like, all charities are doing fraudulent shit, then, you know, that's fine. I mean, but this is, you know... I personally don't give a fuck about people that give money to, you know, pro-life charities or whatever. They're milking other dumbasses. But Black Lives Matter, on the other hand, is taking advantage of a popular movement with a overall justifiable and genuine interest in making the living situation and addressing the disparities that black people have to suffer through with respect to the criminal justice system, and them turning around and like using it for media rather than in other places, and not even originally reporting how they were going to use this money is kind of fucked up. You know, if your charitable donations are popping off because you say like we're a 501c3 specifically for the Black Lives Matter movement, when you aren't even connected to the movement itself. And a lot of you are completely unfamiliar with other established, quote unquote, heads of the Black Lives Matter movement that have had fat media contracts now that have been roundly criticized by activists in Ferguson and in other places for not representing the interests of the black people in said areas and instead representing their own interests. I don't know what to tell you. But using this as a attack on BLM across the board is bullshit. Love you, dude. Appropriate the content? You mean appreciate? Are they not doing that work, though? I'm familiar with Melina Abdullah from her work in LA. This article isn't talking at all about what these people actually do with the charity. We're just assuming it's all being wasted. No, it's not all being wasted, but 10% of it just went to a fucking fat house. You know? Oh my God. The 5 fetuses from the DC apartment. The group had a press conference today. It's actually 115 fetuses. What the fuck? Bro, that's crazy. Okay, we'll look at that in a little bit. What the fuck? So it had tax exempt status from the IRS in December 2020, 2 months after the house was purchased. The distinction meant the group would have to disclose information about donors and expenditures in an annual filing known as a 990. But BLMGNF has not submitted those forms for 2020 or 2021. It also has problems at the state level. Washington Examiner reported in February 2022 that the California Attorney General told the group it was considered delinquent. BLMGNF has since retained the high-profile Democratic lawyer Mark Elias and maneuvered to get more time to formally submit data from 2020 by switching from calendar year to fiscal year tracking. In the meantime, contributions to the group have been essentially shut down. Amazon Smile suspended the organization from its platform in February 2022, and the BLMGNF have removed donation links from its own website. The group informally released a batch of... Oh, Jesus Christ. This is so bad. Sometimes you can just fucking, separate one organization, even from its other leaders, supposedly, to, the movement itself. And this seems like is one of those things. Real estate purchase has been a problem for BLMGNF outside of the U.S. as well. BLM Canada announced that it was purchasing a mansion in Toronto, hoped to establish a black community hub. Conservative media outlets later reported that. Tory Russell, a prominent activist in Ferguson, Missouri, said that he felt depressed when he learned about the California property. It's a waste of resources, he said. While Black Lives Matter at the national level is flush, he's seen local activists fall into poverty and become homeless. Last year, Russell put out a video with Michael Brown Sr., whose son was killed by a police officer, demanding money from BLMGNF to help people living in Ferguson. And he's since been struggling to raise $1.2 million for a community center. They shouldn't be walking around, no black people, no black communities, he said, of the organization's leaders. They should be somewhere in shame. Who the fuck are you? You ain't done shit, Abdullah said. Garza added that she discontinued discounted criticism for people she didn't know personally. I don't need to be accountable to you, she said. I don't know what accountability looks like with people that I don't know and I never have talked to. Kuller said to the women at the table, my therapist told me, she said, what you've been through, most people would not survive. And I don't feel like I'm just surviving. I feel like I'm really thriving. Yeah, this article looks really horrible for them. It's like, you really think buying a mansion in a mansion neighborhood is likely to be accessible community hub for people who need it? It's not, and it's not the purpose. And while there are a lot of bad actors asking for accountability, I don't think that I don't think that like the actual Black Lives Matter activists on the fucking ground that would be pissed off at the situation are wrong to feel this way, are wrong to be upset. And you might be unfamiliar with the history of a lot of the Black Lives Matter activists, the actual activists on the ground, and their frustrations with other community organizers that gain a fuckload of media prominence and completely drop the BLM side of things. If this is news to you. Okay. Donations for anti-racism causes were all over the fucking place. There was even one made by some random dude with a very similar name that got millions, and he wanted to put it towards community building with police officers in his area. Yeah, I mean, that's why I gave to bail funds instead and directed you guys in this community to bail funds instead of like Black Lives Matter at the international level or Black Lives Matter as an organization. I literally didn't give to Black Lives Matter. If you remember at the time, if you were in here during the George Floyd protests, I never gave to the BLM organization and even urged you to stay away from any sort of like national BLM or anything like that, and instead give to the bail funds instead. So, is it worth rebranding the movement? No, dude, no. It's just fucking no. Your false spot used to say donate to BLM not that long ago. Have you checked it? When? Did? Like the BLM organization? I doubt it. I mean, I don't control it, but... Yeah, no. Why didn't you click on it, dude? I mean, I guess the national organization Black Lives Matter is in here as well, but oops. But it's mostly Bail Project and literally local orgs and funds that I donated to. Can you even, oh, you can't even donate. Black Lives Matter, you can't even donate to it. What the fuck? Each image containing a boat? Image containing a boat. Jesus Christ. How many of these verifies do I have to click on? Yeah, it doesn't even exist. Like that donation link doesn't even exist. In Oklahoma's new total ban on abortion? No. I mean, yeah. So isn't the Black Lives Matter movement? No, dude. It's just a fucking organization that took on the name and assumed the role of like centralizing BLM. But yeah, they are not even allowed to take money from anyone anymore. They're literally not allowed currently. But yeah, these were the fucking these were the local orgs that we gave to in this community. Flores' response. Yesterday, an article in New York Magazine is a despicable abuse of a platform that's intended to provide truthful information, and journalism is supposed to mitigate harm and inform our communities. The fact that a reputable publication would allow a reporter with a proven and very public bias against me and other black leaders to write a piece filled with misinformation, innuendo, and incendiary opinions is disheartening and unacceptable. To clarify again, the property the reporter addressed was purchased in 2020 as a space where those within the Black Lives Matter Global Network Foundation could work, create content, host meetings, blah, blah, blah. Okay, that's what they said in the article. The property needed repairs and renovation. I do not own the property, have never lived there, and have made that clear to the reporter. I want to be clear, while I will always see myself as a part of the BLM community, I'm no longer in leadership, and I'm not a part of the decision-making. 990, so those within our movement, those who look to me for leadership. I'm no longer letting fear hold me back from calling out these attacks. Bro, it just seems like they got $66 million and fucking dipped. Okay, straight up. I've never seen anything. Maybe I'm wrong. But for the record, like a lot of other charity CEOs do fuckload worse than they did. Okay. And the reason why there's a hyper focus on this is because they're black and it's a black charity. Straight the fuck up. But there's a million other black charities that you could donate to that are on the fucking ground. Okay, and are actually working to help communities. And any fucking any black activist that you talk to will most likely say the exact same shit to you. But it is true. They are under a additional lens specifically because they're black. That doesn't change the reality that like it's kind of a grifty move. These two things are real at the same time. I'm saying like a lot of charities do grifty shit like this. Okay, a lot of charities do grifty shit like this, but the reason why this one is getting additional scrutiny is because it's a black one. Okay, that's it. This is also ironically the same reason why I always fucking talk about charity and say, hey, you know, it's not exactly great. Not exactly a solution to problems. Otherwise, like we'd have no problems. People donate a fuckload of money to charities. And then people say Hasan is anti-charity. What a piece of shit. Okay? You know? But if you think he's the first charity to do scammy shit like this, you're out of your mind. Most charities that you never even think about are operating in this way. Weird, you're attacking charity when chat gives subs to avoid top of the hour ad break? Yeah. That kind of charity I'm not against because it goes into the HasanAbi Charitable Contribution Fund, which is just my bank account. Okay? That's right. At the top of the hour, there's a 60-second ad break, a contractual obligation brought about by Amazon. You can avoid those ads by subscribing for $5 or for free with the Twitch Prime. Also, you know, when you give me the money, I am not a 501c3 or a charitable fund or anything like that, as I have time and time again repeated. So the money that you give me might actually end up in a charitable contribution, in a charitable fund, but it's not a guarantee. Here's the 1 minute ad break now. Donate enough to me, you could be. What? What about your chatters who work for nonprofits? You seem like the type to hide the money under your bed. What? No. Just because I don't have like fucking assets or don't have money in like the stock market. Okay, it's kind of true. I mean, it's I don't hide it under the bed though. Like shut up. I will get a credit card eventually, okay? It's going to be awesome when I get one. I'm going to buy so much stuff. Came by this amazing animation of you.
I want to grab pussy.
Of course. Hell yeah, brother. This is one of my favorites.
Thank you, Mom. I want to grab pussy.
Hell yeah, brother. Thank you, Mom. Listen, boys, your charitable contributions that come at the top of the hour to avoid a 60-second ad break go directly into the HasanAbi House Fund. Okay? They go directly to the HasanAbi House Fund, where I will buy an even larger house. Okay? Or not, or a second mansion, a third mansion, maybe a fourth one.
She, her, okay. What's up? It's not cringe. Good for her. Good for they. Good for them. Fuck. I'm sorry.
Oh, no.
What's up? It's not cringe. Good for her. Good for they. Good for them. Fuck. I'm sorry.
Yeah, dude, cancel this man immediately. He's like, the funniest part is like he's just defending. He's like defending against the people who are immediately like, oh, that's cringe. That's cringe. That's cringe. And he's like, that's not cringe. Bro, Myth looks tan as a motherfucker. Holy shit, dude. What the fuck? Is this Florida Myth right now? Is this like post-Florida Myth? God damn, dude. He's black? Wait, what? Myth's black? Wait, what? Black people can get tan? No way, dude. That's crazy. What? Chatters exposing their caucasity once again. They do be self-reporting that they got no black friend? Yeah. But it's so weird. Great fucking intentions, but y'all need to shut your mouths before you talk, my God. No, the funniest part about it is like, you can see that he's tan. Like, you can see that he got tan. You know what Myth looks like. Like, it's not like, what the fuck? Like, you don't even have to have a black friend to recognize that Myth got tan. Looks good. And why people get surprised when black people put on sunscreen. How's your back feeling? Pretty good. A lot better. I'm glad I worked out this morning. I feel a lot better. All right. Our last story tonight. That was low-key not bad as far as like sketches on liberal comedy shows goes. That was pretty good. The original Cars movie told it best. My dad is a non-unionized trucker in California that barely speaks English and he gets taken advantage of every day. Sorry to hear that, man. My boyfriend drives a truck and this is so depressingly accurate. If they did that, the military would be driving trucks and forcing drivers at gunpoint to the ATC strike. Yeah, there's that too, but the new Jobbery is really good. I want to watch the wait, new Josh Peters just dropped.
We take out the.
Okay, I don't want to watch this yet. I'll watch that later. But I wanted to also watch not Jobbery, but maybe I'll watch the Jobbery too. But I wanted to watch the fucking Knowing Better video about neo-slavery. But I'm tired, and I think I'm good for the day. We did 7 hours. I know, half day. Again. Fucking half days all around, boys. Half days all the fuck around. It's crazy. What is this? But such is the nature.
Work 2:30 to 7:30. ESO leveled 47 to 48 on main. Didn't do much today. Mainly distracted. Progress on crochet doily. Should be in time for Mother's Day. Honestly, main focus was Hasan today.
What? What is this? Find this.
Dude. Work 2.
I had to stop watching the new Jobbery video. Why? I love the, yeah, we didn't do the anti-abortion video. Dude, we covered so much news. Dude, there was 7 hours of nonstop fucking news. That interview was wonderful. Shouts out to Steven Donzinger. Okay. I gotta figure out a way to separate the content to make sure that it is, you know what? Hold on. Let's do the acoustic version. I gotta figure out a way to like separate the content and like find some fucking gaming shit to do. Cause like I've been cranking out 7 hours nonstop of just like constant fucking politics, like pumping. It's like killing me a little bit. It literally is easier to play video games on stream than doing this shit, and it's easier to do. Even react stuff is like been doing crazy amounts of fucking news shit. It's like wearing me out a little bit. Anyway, look, I love you guys, and you know, I will see you tomorrow. I gotta find a game to play. I don't know, maybe Bloodborne, maybe Sekiro, who knows? Like, no, not a return to Donnie, dude. Donnie is a job, dude. That's a J-O-B, my friend. Anyway, we'll figure it out. Figure it out. I'm watching Evangelion, and I'm gonna continue doing that, obviously. So I'll keep you fucking posted. I'll keep you posted on that. And yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. All right, peace. There's a lot more shit to react to. Bye, guys. Hold up. Bro, I said I need to find a fucking video game, hold on, to play. And this person literally goes, please don't abandon politics altogether. Bro, I could do 24 hours of politics every day for like 6 months, and motherfuckers would still find a way to be like, why not 25 hours? Have you thought about bending space and time to add politics into the 25th hour of the day? Like, holy shit, dude. Fucking Christ. Anyway, bye, guys. Love you all. Okay? Even that guy.
H3 crowded debate, the Young Turks online show. 3 full fucking years of this, plenty more to go. 90-day fiance talks of champagne bourgeoisie. A Trump rally live reaction on mass riot at DC. There he is again, Hasan is streaming. Hasan is streaming. There he is again, Hasan is streaming. Hasan is streaming. Reading a live stream.